like, what happened to all four of the guys? What happened to the whole of 112?
Well,
diehard 112 fan over here. Love that y'all are still giving it to us because we, y'all always gonna have a special place in our hearts. And it's great to see you still. Versus they be giving people a whole new, like a revisit. You know what I mean? A
yes.
whole new breath inside your music. So I love that people are like, wait a minute now, I almost forgot about that. And then y'all still got more to come.
First of all, let's give Verzuz a very good big shout out, and big shouts out to Revolt and Billboard and Verzuz of picking us as being the winners too. So that's absolutely
That was
amazing
obvious.
too.
Slim, I called it. I knew it.
Man, I mean,
I
I
love
don't
both of
take things
y'all.
for granted because, man, before 5 days before we all faced off or whatever, man, people were being kind of vicious. Like they were like, I think people forgot. You know what I mean? I don't know,
You
but
know how it is on the internet. You gotta take it sometimes. Well, you don't have to take it, but they don't know how to act when it comes to
yeah,
people who are around before social media mattered.
man, that's why I was
They
like, oh
really
my
don't know how
God,
to act. So sometimes you
it
just
was
gotta be
crazy.
like, children, please sit
You're
down.
right. It was just like I think Billboard put it in place. Like I understand what the people like people's champs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I mean reality and analytics. You know what I'm saying? Actual album sales and things that happen. You can't erase those situations. So when you play the music, it's one thing to make it for a specific type of crowd.
Right.
112, we do it for the whole world. So when you have verses, everything is for the whole world. Everybody around the world is paying attention. So you kind of in a different ballpark there. You know what I'm saying? So
You just we love to see it. I love Versus for that because it's just such an awesome way to revisit and re-experience the magic that y'all created. Um,
yes,
so Slim, again, thank you for being here. Everybody that I have come on real quick, I have them tell me who you are besides just your name, however
yeah.
you would like to qualify yourself, and what is one thing that you love most about who you are as a person.
Well, for me, if I could just put a middle name in, I'll probably say loyalty. Cause because like that one thing with me is like money, everything you get those type of things or whatever, but there are things that you can't buy. You know what I mean? And so like my what I hold a lot, what I hold very close to me is like my relationship with my true friends, day one people, my family. I mean, like people like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very loyal to them, it almost to the death.
Mm,
So like what you're seeing here, even with the whole 112 Forever movement, it's like I am my brother's keeper. And when I gave my word, see, for me, it was easy because I mean, I've experienced success in all different kind of ways. I've done it solo, I've done it this way, I've done it whatever. But this is different right here. This is a different type of energy, and it got a fire in me that just crazy. It's like when I'm looking over and I see my brother, and for this been going on for like 2.5 years, and I know he believes in me like I believe in him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'd do anything for him. You know what I'm saying? So I like when we got together, he said, hey man, it's time for us to put some music out. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to do this for the brand. And as I was talking to him, it's deeper. Like when you see Mike, he has the 112 tats and stuff on him. It's on his skin. He can't erase that. You know what I mean? So you darn right I'm like he's the general. I'm the soldier that's gonna make it happen. So anytime y'all see what's going on, Mike probably called the situation. I say, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So with this right here, we got together, got into the studio. We listened to the fans. The fans were like, man, we need to hear some new music. So it was like, all right, let's do some new music. And we took our time too. You know what I mean? Like we didn't want to rush it. We didn't want the fans to be thinking like, oh man, I just usually how people do EPs, that probably get old songs from records that didn't make the past albums or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But on this situation, we said, no, 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 no. We're going to give our fans us, the best of us. So let's start all over again. Let's figure it out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for us, it was kind of like a party. You know, you get together, we have our energies, we have our family, our friends. Now, this was pre COVID-19, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? So we could bring a whole bunch of
We
people
get
in there.
together.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you mentioned loyalty, and I want to hold on to that because that's the thing that you love about who you are
Yeah.
as a person. I love that. I love that you guys have stayed loyal to 112, and I would just be remiss if I didn't inquire, like, what happened to all four of the guys? What happened to the whole of 112?
Well, those other guys wanted to do other things. They want to go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you have to look at their own interviews. They kind of tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear what they say, you take it for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? You have one that said that God Himself came to him. You know, and 112 was holding them back from higher situations. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And you know, look, I don't play church. Like some people say they go to church. My mom. My mom is an evangelist. She's right here. Okay.
Amen.
All right. So let me tell you something. Anytime I don't play that. When somebody say something like that, listen, God be with you. You know what I mean? Like I'm spiritual myself. I get it. Now the other one, he was already on that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Instagram would tell on you. Just go back and see exactly what was happening, even while we were together. So certain business things weren't making sense. I am a businessman. They know that. Anybody that knows me know that. I run a lot of things. So when you do certain things and it doesn't make business sense, then you have to let that person go on their own path. You can't force. It's like a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody is giving you the impression like, hey, we're not really happy here, or what the situation is or whatever, you can't you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? I get it or whatever, but you can't make nobody stay. So you have to, if you really love somebody, you got to let them go. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see what happens. But you know what I'm saying? Now, I might not agree with how they handle things, you know what I'm saying? And that will be handled in time, you know what I'm saying? But hey, as far as whatever happens, man, God puts nothing in front of us that we cannot handle. So I think of this right here as a challenge, and man, really it's amazing for me because I always wanted to do my records with Mike. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, it just didn't happen. Maybe God chose this moment right here for this right here, something special right
Timing.
here.
It's God's
I
timing.
really
It's not our
believe that.
timing.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Thank you for sharing that. So now that you guys are giving us this new music, what do you feel like you're able to bring? Because you know you well seasoned. You know this game.
Yes. Yes, man. Hey, so the name of the game for this situation, once you're in this for like 25 years, for us, it's about consistency. So me and Mike, we were joking in the studio, like, man, you know what? We could do it any kind of way. Do we listen to the radio and listen to the sound and try to emulate that? Or do we go all the way like what we're used to? Cause we could be set in our ways and be like, yo, man, we're going to put out records like how we used to do it, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't be all the way mad about that.
Well, see, the good thing about what we did was we put it in the middle. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So what you hear is like, first off, we're not going to abandon the 112 sound, okay?
Yeah,
So
because
you
we
can't.
love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're talking to our day one fans. Man, we grown, you know what I mean? We grown. This is like grown folks talk, like we grown, you know? Hey, so we still have our talk. We still have our dialogue. We still have our sound, you know what I mean? Now, at the same time, we are listening to the radio. And with myself, like I work with a lot of artists. I work with a lot of artists that are young right now. So we know the sound. You know what I'm saying? We know the sound that's going on the radio. So we know how to mix it in together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did. So that's when you hear Spend It All. Everybody, when we played it on the Verzuz, everybody was like,
Yeah.
yo. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And then, you know, now we're leaking this record for us, which has my joint, you know, but 112, hey, we popping our collar now. It's 2020, and we want to let everybody know that, hey, oh, ain't nothing stopped. Ain't nothing stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Us grown folks,
at
we can
all.
still cut a rug now. Don't get it twisted now.
And the last person I talked to, which was the last episode of Real Quick, was Tank. And we talked about the R&B King conversation. And
Got you, Peanut.
he says that Chris Brown is the king of R&B. So there's a lot of people that just, it's a polarizing opinion. What do you think, Slim? You've been in this game. You are an R&B piece of royalty. Do we even have a king?
Well, I mean, I don't want to take nothing from Chris Brown because, like, let me tell you something. As far as pushing the levels, pushing the levels to where it's supposed to be, he's doing his thing. So I definitely understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't consider him pop. Like, he does whatever he wants. So that being said, yeah, like if he wants to, you know what I mean. But like now, I would say, let's not, you know what I'm saying, disrespect the other cats that, you know what I'm saying. Like, I look at, yes, if he's the king, then you see Usher is still here. I look at people like Usher and, you know what I mean, I know people don't want to talk about it, but R. Kelly and, you know what I'm saying, or you know, I get it, but, you know what I'm saying, hey, like, but people in those type of situations, you know what I'm saying, they're like, you know, when you looked at Zeus and, you know what I'm saying, like Bobby Brown and everybody, it's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. Like, I look at Babyface like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still
I
right
love
here, you know what I'm
Problematic
saying?
King.
Man, hey man, like, these are like gods, like Zeus, and you know what I'm saying? They looking over the clouds like, okay, you young guy, you know, you're doing. Yeah, but I give it to, man, big shouts out to Chris Brown. He is the man. He is,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
if you have different like guide or like, you know, parameters of where you're putting that particular title, because like I think when you say Babyface, I'm like, that's our king.
that's what I'm saying. So he influenced people like myself. But I understand why you would say somebody like Chris Brown because when you listen to his music, he doesn't take his foot off the accelerator. And he masters everything that he does. So whether it's performance, he's dancing, obviously his singing, like, you know what I mean, he maxes out. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, like I would definitely see if anybody calls his name, I will understand it.
Yeah, well, people do. So I was just like, I wonder if everybody is in agreement. But I
Yeah.
understand. It's a tough one because there's just so many different types of really awesome, really legendary R&B artists. Like, you know, your Marvins, your
Yeah.
Lukas. There's a lot. Stevie, what is he R&B?
Oh yeah, but see, you know what? That's why it needs to be said that like of their generation. You know what I'm saying? Like we have
We
our
need
king
to
of
add that.
R&B.
Yeah.
You have, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, like I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone because I don't want, you know, Uncle Charlie could be looking at this right now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, okay? Like I mean, you have people in those generations.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I'm saying?
generational things.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like I'm very cool with. I speak to my, you know, to the legends that I looked up to. Like I was speaking to Eddie Levert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to understand, like to hear the respect that he has. This is from the OJs. You feel me? We pattern ourselves right. And to hear him actually say that I consider y'all of y'all generation, if not the
Yeah,
great,
that's dope.
the great, like he got us in there. You know what I'm saying? And we got that from him and his son. Rest in peace. So listen,
Oh, that's dope.
or Jackie, you know what I'm saying? Or Jackie Jackson, he part of the Jacksons. To, you know what I'm saying? To have that type of and say, wow, you know, Michael actually loved your voice. Like he used to talk about, like, I wish somebody would have told me that when he was.
Oh man, that's really dope.
Oh, but to hear that right there, yo, hey, oh my
Like,
God, like
like
that's all I need. Don't you have to give me no money. Michael Jackson said he liked my voice, man. This
that's
is
it.
crazy.
Please
Hey, thank you.
introduce
Just
me
thank
as
you.
such from now on. Slim, I wish
Oh
I would have known.
man.
I would have Thank you for our today's guest. You may know him from 112, but I know him as a man who Michael Jackson said his voice is the best thing in the world. So
He was amazing. He said I had an amazing voice. That is yo.
new intro. What? Slim,
Oh, I
do
would have
your
taped
whole
that.
bio and just put
Oh
that there.
man, it's crazy.
You wouldn't hear the end of that if that was me. I wouldn't stop
Man.
saying that. That's how hi, I'm Slim. Michael Jackson loves my voice. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Um,
That's dope. I love that for you.
yeah.
So before we get Mike in here, because we switching off,
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit about, because I know you guys have a new single out in support of the Black Lives Matter movement and social
Yes.
unrest and everything that's going on in the country that's just on fire. So can you talk about that and talk about, as a Black man, what it means for you right now as an artist as well to be using your voice and your artistry in support of us?
Yes. So I definitely feel that anyone that has a strong platform has a responsibility to use their platform for the positive, and we cannot ignore what's going on and what's going on with us today. As we're fighting the injustices and the social issues that we've been continue to face for all of these years. Like, you know I might have more of an aggressive thought process of a situation. Like, I like to entertain myself. Like, I love like watching all of the news, and then I like reading, and and let me just say this. And I don't know. I don't want to rub people the wrong way or whatever, but whatever. Okay, look. Okay, I know there's a lot of people that always says, why do you all continue to bring up the past? Yeah, it's like y'all beating us up. You know, we're not responsible for you all being slaves or whatever. But oh, hold on. Systemic racism is a problem today.
Come on.
And systemic racism is a form of slavery. People, okay?
Come on.
Like, if you look at what's going on or whatever, like once the slavery situation happened after 1863, listen, hey man, they put us in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then and then one, like, that's why we have projects and places where they call poverty. You know what I'm saying? And don't think we didn't try. You know what I'm saying? Or Tulsa, Oklahoma wouldn't have
Right.
happened. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So, and what happened in Florida, that wouldn't have happened. Okay, like we are,
You talking
our
about
blood is full
Rosewood?
of royalty. So we're not going to sit down and give excuses. We're not. It's not even in our DNA. Okay, so until people understand what systemic racism is, we have to connect all of the dots, and we have to make sure that, hey, y'all don't like how we make y'all feel uncomfortable with things that we bring up or whatever, then let's make this a right and wrong situation. Now it's
Yeah.
not a race situation, it's a right or wrong situation, and join the right side. See what I'm
How
saying?
about that?
So
Right.
that being said, and see, I take that very, very personal. It's very, very, especially in our family. So right here in Atlanta, Georgia, down here in the South part, it's in Henry County, I got family members. We're saying, look, it's time to actually get involved inside of the places that we have problems. Okay, so check this out. We've been having problems with law enforcement and how they've been taking the powers and abusing situations. And we said, you know what? Instead of not, it's a good thing, when something happens, to march, protest, let
Yeah.
it be heard. We got to do that. We got to take it a step further. Sometimes to change the narrative is to be the narrative. You feel me? So sometimes instead of just yelling from the sideline, it's time for some of us to go and actually take over that responsibility.
Yeah.
So that being said, I have an aunt. Her name is Dee Clemens, she's running again to be the commissioner down here, District 2, down here in Henry County. And she's running again. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, she's in a bit of what John Lewis would call good trouble, okay? She's taken down, she's known for taking down rebel flags, and now she's just now taking down one of those Confederate statues. So, listen, hey, it's a little uncomfortable, you feel me? But guess what?
She said, I got to do what
But
I got
good,
to do.
hey, to have a good, you know what I'm saying? You having a good problem.
Yeah.
We got to do this. Like we have to get inside of the situation and change things. And now I'm proud to announce I have a cousin named Reginald Scandrett. Yesterday was the runoff. He just beat somebody 77%, 77 to 23%, and now he's about to face off against a Republican. You know what I mean? His name is Reginald Scandrett, and he's running to be the first black sheriff of Henry County.
Oh, wow.
Understand this.
Oof,
We're here. We are going to go in here, and we're going to change the whole ideological concept of what being a sheriff is supposed to be. Now, law enforcement is supposed to reflect what the community looks like. And see, this is where the situation has been. You can go into certain communities, and then the law enforcement don't look nothing like that community. And it's just like having a computer.
At all.
You having a computer and having old software. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not going to mix. So it's time to upgrade. So that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you can hold a person accountable. Hey, and experience matters. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, for me, it's not just talk that talk. We walking that walk here. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing it right here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get out and vote and go out here and let's make a difference.
We have to. We're so conditioned to experiencing and having white men run things politically. And it's been refreshing to see so many different faces infiltrate that space. I live in Brooklyn, so I'm able to see black congressmen and women. I'm able to see assemblymen and women who are of color. But that wasn't always my experience for sure, because I grew up in North Carolina. But this is actually a record-breaking year for black women who are running in the election.
Oh man, I'm so proud of Kamala Harris.
Record-breaking year. Like, not only do we have Kamala, we have so many other black women who are running locally, you know, and winning. And that is literally changing the face of politics.
Yes.
Like, if we can at least do that, I know that that's optics, but that's still representation. You know what I mean? And
we need that. We need it. Yes, we need it, because the queens for all these years have been running our situation. Like, if you black, everybody understand what I'm talking about. The mom is the mother, the father. Hey, she gonna be the nurse, the preacher, she's gonna everything. She's the accountant, she's everything, and she runs it, whether the man's in there or not. And man's there, and she's still holding it down. Us, we're the providers. Y'all women, y'all queens, y'all make us make sense. Y'all make the house make sense. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So now it's time. If you run a household like that, why can't women run cities and stuff? I mean, hey, yes, you can. And yes, we are.
And I love that people are now able to see that. You're able to see that it's possible. And I believe you. I definitely stand on that ground of changing from the inside, infiltrating. We got to change the face of politics.
It's just time. It's time now.
Because we are not an actual minority. Let's be real.
Yes, man. Hey, man, because Keisha, we got a mayor named Keisha Bottoms. Man, she running things, man, straight up. Hey, if y'all ever heard right now, hey, you hear the governor, he dropped the lawsuit about the mask. You already know. Don't play with no black woman, man. I'm telling you.
It's
She's there from the west side, too.
It's really lovely to see. But we got to get out here, and I really appreciate you getting into that type of, conversation, Slim, because music is important and what you do and your artistry is important. But I love that your voice is being used for something greater than that, and you're in a crazy time. And if we want 4 more years of it, by all means. Do
we want it? Like, do we really? Do you think we could survive something like that? Or we would be here?
What kind of decisions are we making, guys? Let's think about it. You know,
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
people, we are in a pandemic. I mean, it seems like we're still going to be in one by the time it's time to vote. So
Yes, we got it's time. It's
we
time to
got
make a
stuff to
difference,
do
make a change. And we have the platform right now. We have everybody's attention. It's now or never. Now is the time.
now or never.
No
So you're
excuses.
the single that is a reflection of what's going on with Black Lives Matter and everything for us, right?
Yes, yes. So it's yes, it's called For Us, and and if anybody knows 112, we're very clever with like how we write our songs. So
We
it's
love it.
like it's one of those things where encouragement is paramount right now. Like when sometimes when you feel like everybody's against you, the world is against you. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like with music is like medicine, and when you listen to music, it's like you're to yourself. So when you get in that car,
Yeah.
you need that pick me up. Or you're in your house, you're in your settings, or even when you put those headphones on. If you're working out, sometimes you got to get your mind and the spirit right in line. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is so crazy out here. So yes, we made sure that we wrote the words. Well, it can go either way. Well, the queen can say to his king, or his king can say to his queen that, hey, it's got to be for us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's about togetherness. You know what I'm saying? We believe in each other. You know what I mean? And we got it together. You know what I'm saying? We,
Mm.
us, and our. You know what I mean? That's why I said me being loyal. That means so much. If you're about we, us, and our,
Mm.
I stand with you.
Hey,
If you're about me, myself, and I, then if you're trying to make a change, then you can't do it by yourself. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
it's never about the individual. It really isn't. It's
Yes,
always going to be about what you do for others.
yes,
I love
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
What have you learned about yourself when it comes to manhood that you feel, proud of, that you would love to be able to teach someone else as a lesson?
Well, you know what? Like having sons, I mean, it's okay to admit fault, and you say you made a mistake, and it's okay to just have emotions, and you know what I'm saying, like because most guys, we have it. It's on the inside. Y'all women, I know y'all probably don't believe this, but we're probably more emotional than y'all. We just don't show it. You know what I'm saying? And
You
I
know
know
what?
y'all
You're
probably.
right.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Y'all do be a
See,
little bit babyish. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know, like me, I'm very R&B. So you know what I mean. Like I have to be. You know what I mean. Like you have to handle me with white glove. You know what I'm saying. Like, but here we go. I just think that it's okay to be vulnerable to the person you're supposed to be with. King to
Okay.
his queen. You know what I'm saying. You can be that. Now out there in the world, you're a lion. You know what I mean. So I just I just learned that by myself as I get older. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I kind of reserve myself. I don't have a big crowd or where you have the entourage. No,
You
I don't
don't
need all of
operate
that.
like that.
Nah, I mean,
Sunglasses
I
on
have a
the inside.
team.
You give me sunglasses on the inside vibe, Slim.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But on the inside, because you'll say like the guy, like on the inside, we might say something, and on the inside, you be like, oh God, I'm gonna regret this one. And it's real. That's the reason why we can write these songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like even like with Beyonce, like how could Neo write a song like to the left? I can get another you in a minute, but he knew. Let me tell you something. That sounds like something he probably done heard before. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
like,
Like he knew how to
he
write.
is definitely broken up with like that.
Hey, listen, but a guy wrote that. You
Put
feel what
all
I'm
your
saying?
stuff in the box, Neo, and get out.
But I'm just saying, like, because a guy, we understand, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just feel like that we need to treat our queens a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Because, like,
And
what
open
I've
up
noticed,
emotionally.
yeah, open up, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll adapt to the environment that is presented to you. That's what makes y'all special. Y'all better than we are with that. And a lot of times, you run into a female and she's hard. Why? Because the guy did not cater to her the way he
Come
was
on now,
supposed
y'all
to.
don't let me
So
have
now
fun.
So yeah, I mean it's real. So like if she comes across as aggressive or whatever, I wonder why. With
What
her whole
happened?
life, she had to work twice as hard as a man. She's not being appreciated as much as a man, but does twice the job higher. Like I watch my mom do it all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like and my aunts and my grandma, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw it. My sister works a situation. She runs her situation. I promise you, if a guy had the same masters and all this stuff or whatever, she probably, hey, he's gonna get paid tens of thousands of dollars more. You know what I'm saying? So
Come on.
we got to change that situation too. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm just on some R&B tip junk, whatever. But I'm just trying to give credit where credit is due. And I'm just learning that, you know what I'm saying, as I get older, like now is the time we need to change our whole situation. Like we need to be more, we need to make our queens feel like a queen, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Thank
like
you.
if y'all
Two
happy, we are really,
children,
really happy.
Slim.
That's what I do. I got 3 boys and I be on them. They'll tell you. And they're young princes and you know what I mean? Like they're, you know, because I treat them right, they don't have problems with women. I just say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those situations where they know when to listen. They know when to speak.
That.
And you know what I'm saying? When, you know what I'm saying? And to know that, you know, if you get the right woman, hey man, she's not against you. Y'all supposed to be working together. We, us, and our. You know what I'm saying? And that's why that's the thing with me, that loyalty thing, where if you're not about we, us, and our, and it's supposed to be a we, us, and our thing, you're wasting my time. You know, you see what I'm saying?
To the left.
That is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it
Put
is
your
what it is.
things in the box. No, that's real. I love that because I know that more young men need to learn how to protect young women because
Yes, you have
they
to
are
protect
giving
our
them
queens out here.
such a tender time in their
Yes, man.
lives.
It's time to
And
speak up for y'all, like, and
yeah,
stand with y'all harder and more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're working for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. Like, and 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 it's just like it will make us as a race so much better.
so
It's so
much
much
better.
better. You know what I'm
So
saying?
much
Y'all not
better.
alone with things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not. So trust me, I work in the community. I understand. Like I'm involved over there at Welcome All Park. We have Eagle Eye Sports where we work with single parent families. You know what I'm saying? With the kids. Actually, we want them to go to school. You know what I mean? But a lot of them out of the top 10 in NFL just went drafted. We're responsible for 4 of them.
Oh,
So, and they grow up in these environments. So you
that's
have to
good
have a
to
man in the
know.
situation. And, you know, we got to work hard with the mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make sure that, you know, because she's tackling a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying,
That's
like, I
really
see
awesome.
it straight up. So that's why I'm like, men,
Support,
hear me.
yeah, support, and it's
Support,
about the
man.
tribe. Tell us about the new music because I saw somebody say, "When is the EP coming? What's
Right,
112? Where's
right.
the
I
album?"
saw it too. I saw it too. It was it's dropping August 28th, right? So
That's soon, y'all.
So, so spend it all. Spend it all. It's already out on all platforms. Now, listen, there's a reason why we had dropped the EP, okay, people? You know what I'm saying? If you all support this EP, we would drop a classic album everybody's going to talk about, straight up, right? But this is not a hobby. This is a job. This is a real job. So don't say y'all want it, and then when we put it out there, then y'all be like, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, man,
Support.
hey,
This is a
hey,
black
support,
movement.
please. You know
Stop
what I'm
black.
saying? Hey, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing this August 28th, 112 Forever, Slim and Mike. It's about to be crazy. Oh, yeah. So check this out. If you want to see any visuals, we have 112 Rebirth TV on YouTube. Subscribe to that bad boy right now.
Oh, you got a YouTube?
Yeah, we got a YouTube, man. And let me tell you something. Hey, I need everybody out there, join the official 112. Yeah, the official 112 on IG. and myself, official slim underscore, or my brother, Michael Keith of 112. You know what I mean? And right now I'm trying to get a whole army of people, right? To go out and just work for 112, or just work with us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's all we need. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, all these
Hey,
youth in the game, we love 112. We can't
yes.
let y'all down.
Hey,
As
thank
hard
you.
as we came for y'all for Verzuz, we got to keep
Yes,
going.
man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Man, y'all did so much, man. It was like what, 500,000 people. Like it was
We were
crazy.
in
We had
there
like
deep.
y'all went in hard for us too. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that same energy on this because this is what we doing it for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
We doing it
excited.
for y'all. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and this right here, this is for our legacy. Cause understand, we're working for the induction of the Hall of Fame. We're working for
We
the
need
star.
that. We need the
We
star.
need it. We need a star on the Walk of Fame. You know what I'm
We
saying?
deserve a
And in
star.
Georgia, we want to be in the Hall of Fame. And let me tell you something too, because I know that all of us black. Okay? Can 112 get Can 112 get black awards? Can we get the NAACP Image Award, please?
Right.
Hey,
We do need to give y'all like an achievement joint. You like
yeah,
out
man. Like
here.
I'll take whatever. Give me a hand. Give me some. You know what I'm saying? And then that one and Soul Train. I want a Soul Train musical
Well,
award too.
what about the biopics and the biopics or however you pronounce that? But what about those like the movie or the so
Yeah. See, that's what I'm
112 the
saying.
movie?
The more, yeah, well, that yeah, speaking to the right person because I own all the trademarks. So hey, check this out. I want to make sure it's given in this correct form. I want you all to laugh, cry, be mad, throw stuff at the TV. You
I
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
see it.
If it's a book, you throw it across. You didn't like what happened, but just you got to pick it back up because you want to know exactly what happened. Because we got one hell of a story. Trust me.
Yeah,
Look at what's going on.
no, y'all do. Freaking
Look
90s,
what's going on, man. You know what I'm
the
saying? Like, hey,
90s,
man.
the 2000s.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. It would be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I need to see that
But,
story. Yes, the flowers are overdue. Yes.
but the biopic is not, I'm not, that's the reason why it hasn't come out yet. I don't believe in song right now because we don't know I mean, the chapters are still being written. We don't know what might happen. We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Like I know people were saying, oh man, if all four people, you know what I'm saying, would be there. You don't know. We don't know if it won't. Hey, you don't know what's going on. But as of right now, we was like to cancel it out right here, if did it right here, it would just be the two. And you know what I'm saying? Only because the other two walked away. Right?
Listen,
So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of things need to happen, you know what I'm saying? So let's let time see what happens. You know what I'm saying? God is in control. He's got the wheel. You feel me? So right
listen.
now, I'm gonna let y'all
And
know on a
Slim got
personal
the
tip.
Michael Jackson loved voice.
Yeah, hey man. He said it. He said what he said.
And
I
he
just
said
believe it.
it.
I believe it. I believe
We
him.
believe
I
it
thank
too.
you. Oh
Oh my
man.
gosh, that was so fun talking to you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, man.
Everybody, August 28th.
August 28th, man. Y'all support real R&B, man. Hey, man, we've been doing this for y'all for 25 years, man.
We
Love y'all,
got
man.
you. We got you. Thank you so much, Slim. We appreciate you being here. 112 forever.
112 forever. Trust me, we ain't going nowhere.
Love to see it. Thank you, Slim. Hey.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Mike. How are you? I'm Danielle. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello, Danielle. Pleasure to meet you as well.
Listen, I just finished talking to your counterpart. He's giving
Mm-hmm.
nothing but love and nothing but just all getting us all excited for August 28th.
Mm-hmm.
New 112 project drop-in.
Move
Are
on to it.
you like, are you beside yourself? Because it's just like 20 plus years later and y'all are still giving it to us.
Well, no, because that would suggest that I didn't anticipate greatness. You know what I mean? So my mentality is always I really walk around as if I'm unbothered by a lot of things because I already anticipate that the Most High has already given me, what it is that I deserve and what what I've been blessed with. So I really don't get excited about a lot of things. I'm excited about this project though, only because I know that the fans are going to love what we do, but just to I don't really look back and go, you know what, these last 24 years have been something really special. Now, because I already knew that, you know what I mean. In my heart of heart, I just knew that the Most High had that blessing for us, without sounding like this hubris or anything like that. But that, I just
No, it's different when when you're walking spiritually.
yeah,
You can hear it. Okay.
won't they do it?
I hear you, because it
Yeah,
doesn't come from this worldly place. And if that's where you're experiencing from, then that's where people would think that would be some type of cockiness. But that right there is God confidence. And
yeah,
I see you. I see
absolutely,
you.
absolutely.
100%. So everybody that comes on real quick, I have them tell me who you are, minus not just your name,
Hmm.
who you are, and what's one thing that you love most about who you are as a person.
All right, my name is Michael Marcel Keith. I am one half member of the legendary Grammy Award winning R&B group 112. I am a father. I am a son. I am a brother. Uh, I can be, a little, rough around the edges, but my heart is good. And so, um, yeah. What was the other part? I'm sorry, Danielle. What was the other
No,
part?
that was good. And the other part is, what is one thing you love most about who you are?
What I love about myself um, is the fact that I realize that I'm a smart man because I know I don't know anything.
Mm. That's real. That means
Yes, sir.
you're open.
I'm
Open
very open.
person, open to education, open to
Absolutely,
unlearning.
absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
we are in such a crazy time of unlearning.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This indoctrination that we're in right now is it's time for a revolution.
Hey,
It's
and
time for a revolution.
what's Mike's role in this revolution?
Well, I am. This is the thing, Danielle. I have been vocal about a lot of things over the years, but I've also tempered my vocal, because of the fact that I was in a group and I didn't want that burden on them as well. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So there was a lot of issues that were going on around me that I saw, and I wanted to speak out, like the TIs, like the Killer Mikes. Like I believe I have that aptitude to, be to go out and speak on,
Yeah, you do.
injustices and things of this nature. But I always thought of the other guys, at the time. Like I did not want to put that burden on them because unfairly they would be lumped in right along
With your
with me,
opinion.
with my opinion, and my opinion may not be the same opinion that they had, whatever, which is absolutely fine. But at the time, I just did not want to put that burden on them. So nowadays, I am, I've spoken to Slim and, told him, and he feels a lot of the things he sees and feels strongly about a lot of the things that I see. And I asked him flat out. I said, "Man, do you mind if I start being more vocal about some of the things that I see, man?" He's like, "Man, you grown, bro. Like, saying speak your mind or whatever." But I explained to him, like I did, just now, that, it was about making sure that 112 didn't get politicized as, this group where you focus more on what their political views are rather than the actual music aspect of it. Well, because we're musicians. I may have a political view about something. I may be liberal on some things and conservative on others. However, I'm a musician at heart. I'm not a politician.
Right.
So, what I do, is I've been wanting to be vocal, for a long time, and I'm starting to venture out more into that. I'm also advocating for the Lupus Foundation. My mother has lupus, and it's something that I've been, very active with, and
Mm-hmm.
something that, 2020, 2021. My plan is to get a 501(c) so I can start my own foundation because I want a cure, for my mother and for those that are, afflicted with this, this autoimmune disease that attacks the major organs in the body. So those are some of the things that, that I've been doing, that I know, that I know that I've been, that I can, that people don't have to go Google and find out whether or not I'm telling you that, that this is exactly what I've been doing. But I've been wanting to do a lot more. I wanted to be more vocal and speak out as well. But I just want to make sure that, I have the right platform, and I'm not stretching, too far out there, whatever. And I really want to respect 112 and respect the brand and not, put any undue stress, any more stress rather than, than we already have in the situation. So,
Right.
but I definitely would like to be more vocal about the things that I see, because I do have the ability to speak on things, and be, very powerful. It'd be a very, very powerful thing
Yeah.
if we all got together, and those of us that want to do it, and do it.
Yeah, the more voices, the better. And what I love about now is that you don't have to have that same reservation that you
Hmm.
did in the past, because now you get to be an individual. Like,
Absolutely.
we get to know, oh, Mike, from 112, instead of, okay, and you don't have to worry about your opinion being lumped in. So now you get a chance to like stand on your own too, and bring,
Absolutely.
what you can bring with your own artistry to the conversation, because
Absolutely.
this is clearly something that's going to take a lot of time
Yes,
to
ma'am.
uproot and unlearn, and to even experience any type of change within this situation. So
Yes, ma'am.
I know me and Slim were just talking about your single For Us and what that
Hmm.
means, and that's giving you guys a chance to really help use your artistry to speak for Black lives. So what does it mean to you, and how do you stand up for us in this time?
It's paramount that we speak on injustices and inequality and police brutality and all of these, like equal pay for women. The Black woman being the
Please.
most ostracized and most criticized, and the one who has not received a fair shake in any of this. So it's incumbent upon us. If you have the platform and you have the ability to speak on certain things, then you absolutely should. In the past, when you spoke on things in the music industry, it was taboo and it was frowned upon. But like you said today, with nowadays, with everything that's going on with the advent of social media and these young people out here speaking up and speaking out, it's almost like you're part of the problem if you're not speaking up and you're not speaking out. Yeah, you're being complicit right now, and that's something that we as a people do not need. It's like, if you can't, if your oratory abilities is, if you don't have any and you're not able to speak out on these things, that's fine. But there's other ways that you can contribute, to us moving forward. And so that would be my message to a lot of people, because I know a lot of people say, man, I just be afraid to speak on it, man. I can't stand up in front of nobody. Well, you don't necessarily have to. We have people that do that, but still, find ways in your community, in your walk of life, that you can contribute, to moving the agenda forward, which is inequality, like the removal of inequality, the removal of injustice, the removal of police brutality. We want equal pay for women. And because
Right.
I grew up in what you would call a gynocracy. I grew up I grew up around women. You know what I mean? So I had a female doctor, female lawyer. My mother is a registered nurse, and she's actually on one of the front liners too for what's going on with COVID and things of this nature, even with lupus. So that was something that we had to make sure
Wow.
that that we were that we were cognizant of. But yeah, I grew up around women, strong Black women that could do anything. You know what I mean? So it was. And when I got into the real world and saw that, there are a lot of people that were, unsure that a woman could be, a doctor, a lawyer, or a vice president. It was just something that just boggled my mind. I was like, man, who are these people with this myopic view of the world that they can't see,
Yeah.
that these women are capable of so many great things? It's like, if they are the creators, like, of civilization, why can't they, run the country? You know what I mean? And do things of
Come
that
on
nature.
now.
Yeah, so that was my, so and bring it back to the video. My youngest daughter is actually in the For Us video. I wanted to make sure that, people saw that I highlighted the fact that, my young queen is important, and this is what I do it for. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things that, I made sure that we definitely put in the video, was of my daughter, so she could see that, her daddy really, cared about her well-being, and and cared about what, the message that we were putting out, to the world. So For Us, basically the song is saying that in order for us to move forward, move our agenda forward, we got to do this together, and it has to be for us in order for it to,
Real.
to happen well. So I'm very excited about that record. We've been getting some rave reviews, like both of the records, Spend It All and For Us, but For Us has that, I don't know, it has what do they call it? Je ne sais quoi about it. It's
It's
just
that
something
je ne
about
sais
it.
quoi.
Yeah, it's something about it. It's something about it that people gravitate towards when they hear this record. It has an old school beat to it. It has flavor. It has the Flavor in Your Ear remix sample to it, and
Mm.
so it gives you that old bad boy feel. So people are pulling from that. You know what I mean? And then the subject matter that we're talking about, people are pulling from that. The fact the video is a black and white video, kind of like Flavor in Your Ear. So we kind of took our bad boy roots and just brought them, to the forefront. So we're like, again, we're very excited about this project, and we're very excited about the record, and we hope that our fan base will be excited as well.
Oh, we're gonna be excited. We love y'all. I was just telling Slim about how much Verzuz, it was just so dope to see that and revisit and get a resurgence around you guys. I just got a notification that my time is coming up. We're gonna have about a minute and a half left. With
Okay.
that time, I would love for you to share how you stay inspired in this time.
How do I stay inspired by this time? Because I know that there are so many people that are dependent on me to stay inspired. So I find inspiration in a lot of things. I find it in art. I find it in music. I find it in the relationships that I have with my family and friends. And and I realize that although 112 are quote unquote seasoned vets in the game, we still got a lot to do and accomplish. We want that walk on the star on the Walk of Fame. We want that
We're gonna get that
NAACP.
energy. We're gonna send that
Yeah.
out for y'all.
Yeah, we want that NAACP award. We want some black awards too. We have yet to receive any black awards, which is crazy. But that's what inspired me, because we're not done yet.
Far from it. I hate that our time is coming up. I hate that Instagram does that, cuts you off
We'll do it
after an
again.
hour. But
We'll do it
thank
again.
you.
We'll do it
We're
again.
gonna do this again. I'm gonna see you again. Thank you so much. August 28th, 112 forever. Mike, it's such amazing time. Short time, but amazing time chatting with you. I'm
Thank you,
so
Danielle.
inspired by everything that y'all continue to do.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, ma'am.
Real quick.